My name is Dan Grigoletti, and I'm going to create a simple Java program and show you how to compile it via the command line. So the first thing I want to do is go into the command prompt by typing CMD, and you see that now that I'm in the command prompt, I can go to whatever folders I want to using the change directory command. So I want to change directory into a folder called Java Programs, and the way I got that to auto fill is just by typing the tab key. And now I've actually created the program already. So if you look at this folder, inside of it, it's got hello.java, and if you want to show the contents of a file, you use the type command. So I'm typing the word type space, and now I'm going to hit the tab key, and it will autofill, cycle through whatever files are in this folder. Since there's only one file, when I hit the tab once, it shows the only file name as the parameter for the type command. So when I type in enter, you could see the contents of that is basically a hello world program with the class named hello, public static void main with string array args as the parameter, and then the system.out.println hello world. Now, the normal way to compile and run a program from the command line is just to type in javac space the name of the program. And if you try this, and this is what happens, where it says javac is not recognized as an internal or external command, operable program, or batch file, that means that your path is not set properly. Now when I type the word path, it tells me this long path which points out where various files that I might want to run as executables are located. And there's one in particular here, program files Java JDK 1.80101 bin, and that looks like it's an old version of Java. So in order to fix that, I would need to go into the system dialog properties and change the path. If you just change the path here, it won't stay fixed. There's a path command which I typed without any parameter, and it tells me the current path, but you can also set the path. If I said path // and then I typed path, that would show me that the path is only // now, and you would think I lost all of that search path that I had before. But if I type in exit and then I go back into it, and then go into my Java folder, doesn't matter where you are, but you type in path and it's back. So there's got to be another way where the path persists based upon what we set it elsewhere. And that place is basically, if you look in the, this is Windows 10, and if you click on this and go to the system, you can basically see what the current version of Windows is, and then you go to Advanced System Settings. So this particular dialog box has been around for a long time in different versions of Windows, but what we see here is the computer name. You can get to the device manager here, advanced settings, and so on and so forth. But the one that we want is under the middle tab, which is advanced settings, and then you go to environment variables. So when you click on that, you can see that there's a class path and there's a path directory folder, or I mean, should say a variable. These are called environment variables. And if I wanted to change that, I could change it to the path that includes the folder that I have installed Java into. And to find out what that folder is, I would have to say, go into the program files folder, and and then go into Java, and then type in dir, and you can see that it's JDK 1.8.0 underscore 131. So when I go back to this and I want to edit the path, you just double click on it and it gives you a nice layout here where it shows you every single path, search path, and each one of these represents a different location on my hard drive that when I type in a command, for example, if I type in a command XYZ and it says XYZ is not recognized, that means that there is no XYZ.exe in the current folder. There's no XYZ.com, XYZ.bat, and other extensions that Windows will try to find in the current folder, nor is, are any of those same files, XYZ.exe.com, whatever, in any of these folders. So if it searches through current folder and all the other folders in the path, then it returns a message saying that it can't find it. So what I want to do is, since I just installed a new version of Java, I want to go back and change what directory I'm currently referring to in my path. So if we look at the one that says Program Files Java JDK 1.8 and so on, I want to change that to 1.8 instead of 101. I want to change it to 131. Okay, and then that should save it, and then I just hit OK until I'm out of that, and then I could close the system window and go back to my command prompt. And now if I type in path, it's not going to show that it was updated because that was 131. But if I exit out of this command prompt and then I go back into it and I type in path, you can see that it's now updated to 1.3.1, or 131 that is. So now I want to go to my Java folder and try recompiling. This time I'm going to say javac, just like I did before, hello.java. And this time it worked. It didn't give me an error. That means that it found the javac, which is the Java compiler, in that particular folder. So what I have now is not only the original Java hello world program, hello.java, but I also have a class file, which is the bytecode. So in order to run that, I simply type Java and then the name of the class file, but without the extension. So it's very important you do not provide the extension, and of course your Java program should be named with capital letter, initial letter, and so if you specified a lowercase hello, it wouldn't work either. But so capital H hello, hit enter, and there's the results of my program, and you can see that that's pretty much all that program is going to do. But let me also show you that when you go into the program files folder and then the Java folder and then the JDK folder, you find that there's a list of files and folders there. And then if we go into the bin folder, we type in dir, you'll find the javac.exe and java.exe. So these are the current version of Java that I installed on another video. It's the Java 8.0 update 131. So that's the latest one as of today. So by updating the path, I was able to have a reference to the executables in this bin folder that I needed when I wanted to compile a program from a completely different directory or folder than this one. So that's the whole reason why we have a path set up, is so that when we're in a different folder, as in this one, we can recompile or compile any program, because the the path is set properly and it knows where to find the Java compiler and the Java runtime. Thank you very much.